Time to recap today's game. This is Trailblazer Postgame.
All right, welcome back to Cedar City for our Trailblazer postgame show. Utah Tech losing tonight, 81-67 to Southern Utah. Trailblazers still take 2 of 3 from Southern Utah, but tonight just wasn't their night. All right, welcome to Trailblazer postgame show. Rod Zundel here waiting for head coach John Judkins to come and join us. And I kind of have a feeling what he's going to say. Physicality, not there for Utah Tech. And he might say that Southern Utah wanted it more. And that bears out in the stats. Utah Tech gave up 17 offensive rebounds, or 15 offensive rebounds, resulting into 17 second chance points. Trailblazers had 2 offensive rebounds, no second chance points. Trailblazers were out-rebounded 46-24, out-rebounded by 22 tonight against the T-Birds. And Utah Tech averaging 15 assists a game, number 1 in the WAC. They only had 9 assists. So that combination, not being physical enough, and then not sharing the ball. 2 things that they've been pretty darn good at since they've won 7 of their last 8, but not tonight. T-Birds just took it to them. Trailblazers got off to a good start. Looked things like we're going well, and then it just started to slowly turn around as Utah Tech just could not get any kind of rhythm in offense there for a while. Then they got into foul trouble, but it just wasn't the Trailblazers' night. So now Utah Tech falls a game and a half out of first place behind Utah Valley, and also they are leapfrogged by California Baptist into California Baptist now is second place in the WAC, a half game in front of Utah Tech. Trailblazers only 1 game remaining. That's next Saturday night against Utah Valley. The Wolverines have 2. They'll be here Thursday night, take on Southern Utah, and then they will be in Burns Arena to take on us. California Baptist, they'll take on Abilene Christian, and then they will be here on Saturday to take on Southern Utah. So still a chance for Utah Tech in that game against Utah Valley to be worth the first place in the WAC in the regular season, but Utah Valley now has to lose here Thursday night against Southern Utah for that to have a chance. And then hopefully, Trailblazers are going to be big Southern Utah fans next week because they play 2 teams that they're battling for positioning 1, 2, and 3 in the WAC. Trailblazers already, by way of their win Thursday night against Abilene Christian, they've secured at least a 3 seed in the WAC tournament, which begins in less than 2 weeks. But they would like to move up to either the number 1 or number 2 seed because then they will have a bye to Friday, and they won't have to play in the quarterfinals on Thursday, give a chance to rest up. So, Juice Holt tonight, a career-high 28, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. And Jashawn Holt, he got some help from Chance Trujillo. Trujillo, 19 points, tying his career high. He was 5 for 8 from three-point land. Noah Belonga struggled, though. Only a couple of buckets for Noah. Ethan Potter had 9 points in the first half, was taking care of business down low, but then he had to go against the 7-footer Kai Burdick all night long, and he missed his last 5 shots against the 7-footer. Got to give credit, the length won out in the second half. But again, Trailblazers just could not get enough rebounds on the defensive end and keep them off the glass and stop their second chance points, and that's really the difference. Second chance points, that's the difference. So we're going to unveil our player of the game. Here it comes.
Our player of the game is presented by Stewart Awnings and Outdoor Living, Southern Utah's outdoor amenities experts.
All right, no doubt about it. Jashawn Holt is our Stewart Awning player of the game. A career-high 28 points tonight, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. He's played well against this T-Bird team. In the last meeting in St. George, he had 12 assists. Tonight, scoring 28, career-high, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc for Jashawn Holt. Juice is our Stewart Awning player of the game. The folks here at Southern Utah, they have not given us game stats, so we're kind of running blind here. Usually the home team gives us stats so we can do our post-game show, but I guess this is the rivalry. That doesn't happen. So we're going to take a break, still waiting for head coach John Judkins to come up and talk to us. And he's going to talk about physicality or the lack thereof and not sharing the ball and those offensive rebounds. They could not get a defensive rebound tonight to save their life. All right, 81-67, Trailblazers lose. Got one game left before we go to WAC Vegas. Be right back.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
All right, back here in Cedar City, Utah Tech losing to Southern Utah, 81-67. Rod Zundel here on Trailblazer postgame. Still waiting, head coach John Judkins, and I wouldn't blame him if he didn't want to show up and talk about what he saw tonight, because I'm sure it was very frustrating for him because they got off to a good start, but they've been playing well. And this may be the most lethargic or things didn't go the way of the Trailblazers since the UT Arlington game a couple of weeks ago. And besides that game, Trailblazers, even though the shots don't fall, they're there. They get after it. They have pretty darn good defense, and they share the ball. But tonight, none of that happened. And hopefully they get it out of the way before next week and WAC Vegas. Let's get it out of the way now. We're a top 3 seed, and then go to Vegas and then get back on the track. But Trailblazers won 7 of the last 9. Still playing really good basketball. Tonight just was not the night for them against the rivals. And you could tell Southern Utah had a little bit extra something because they, I am sure they didn't, and talked a lot about it, they did not want to get swept by their rival in a 3-game series and lose their 4th in a row to Utah Tech. I'm sure that was talked about. So, still waiting for head coach John Judkins. And again, we do not have final game stats. They have not brought them to us. So we're kind of just talking blind here. But I can tell you, Juice Holt is our Stuart Awning player of the game. 28 points, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Chance Trujillo, 19 points, 5 for 8. So Chance Trujillo, in the last 2 games, Thursday at Abilene against Abilene Christian and tonight, let's see, he is 6 for 16. No, excuse me, 11 for 16 from distance. 11 for 16 in his last 2 games from beyond the arc. So Trujillo has been really lighting up, and he's 26 of the last 45, nearly 60% from beyond the arc in the last 7 games. So he's been getting it done tonight. Juice Holt, again, Ethan Potter had 9 points in the first half, looking good. They were getting him the ball, but in that second half, Kai Burdick, double digits tonight scoring, but he really caused all sorts of problems for the Trailblazers, offensive rebounds and distracting shots. He held Ethan Potter scoreless in the second half, just too tall, too long, and caused all sorts of problems. So Kai Burdick had a really good game. He was a deciding factor for the T-Birds. But Tanner Hayhurst, the junior from Eagle, Idaho, averaging 10 points a game, shooting 47% from three-point land. He had over 20 points tonight, more than double his season average. But he hit 5 threes, a season high. and a career-high 5 threes tonight. They just really didn't get out in his grill and get a hand up in his face, and when they did, they were just a little bit late, and he was on such a roll that he just dropped them anyway. So, all right, still waiting for Coach Judkins. We'll take one more timeout, and if he hasn't joined us by then, we'll call it a night. Again, 81-67, Trailblazers losing to the T-Birds.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
All right, back here in Cedar City, it's a final. Utah Tech losing to Southern Utah, 81-67. But Utah Tech still wins the 3-game series this year, 3-2. Both teams winning on their home court. Trailblazers still have yet to win here in Cedar City. They are now 0 for 6 on this floor. So next year, as members of the Big Sky Conference, maybe we'll get our first win here on this floor. So Trailblazers with a loss dropped to a game and a half behind first place Utah Valley. And California Baptist beat Tarleton State. So the Lancers leapfrog Utah Tech into second place. Trailblazers a half game back of California Baptist for second place. So Trailblazers are third. They're guaranteed at least a 3 seed in WAC Vegas. But John Judkins mentioned it in the pregame show that he would love to get that 1 or 2 seed so they have a bye into the semifinals and not have to play 3 games in a row if they want to get to the championship game 2 weeks from tonight in Las Vegas. So next up for Utah Tech will be Saturday night, a week from tonight, in Burns Arena against Utah Valley. That'll be their final game, only 1 game left, a week to prepare for the Wolverines. Utah Valley, by the way, will be here Thursday night against Southern Utah before coming to us, California Baptist. It's a half game up. And on Utah Tech, they will be here Saturday night. They take on Abilene Christian Thursday. Then Saturday, they take on Southern Utah here. John Judkins is making his way up here. I'm sure he had a long, heartfelt discussion with his team, but he is coming up to join us. And I was about ready just to say, let's call it a night. We'll hear from him on the John Judkins Coaches Show Tuesday at 6 o'clock on the Fan and Trailblazer Sports Vision. But he's so gracious to make his way up here, so we're going to get head coach here and get his thoughts. We won't take much time because I'm sure he wants to get back to St. George and get out of this place. Let's see, Coach. Got to get over all the wires here. Here you go, Coach, right there. All right, got a lot of house cleaning there. All right, Coach, there you are.
Take a breath. Tired.
Yeah. Okay, Coach. I know what you're going to say.
Go ahead, say it, Rock.
Physicality, not moving the ball, not sharing the ball, offensive rebounds, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I thought we shot the ball well. I mean, we had our percentage was good, but we just didn't share it. Didn't play together. A little bit too much one-on-one. But we made shots and we had to. It's just I just thought tonight it looked like we were really tired. It could have been because of Thursday playing 7 guys. Could be that SUU didn't play until today. And I mean, you can look at a lot of things. And you can still rebound when you're tired. And they just kicked us on the glass. They, 15 or 16
15
off.
rebounds,
15
17 second chance points.
Yeah, and so when you do that, I mean, when a game starts and you let teams have that success right off the get-go, I think our adjustments, our guys just weren't they weren't doing it. I mean, the first play of the game, you got to lay meat on guys and let them know, hey, no rebounds tonight, and we just didn't do that. They got a little confident with it, and then it's just a war. They just go crash the crap out of it. And then the other thing is, defensively, number 3 goes off on us.
Yeah.
I get the first one, maybe even the second one, but the third and fourth one, we're closing out short. And, he's a great shooter as it is anyway, but, he just hit 2 in a row. How do you not adjust to that? So there's some things, but again, I just think overall, I just think we were gassed. I think we were tired. I think we tried to go Dario, and he could barely get up the court. He could barely run, and when he got hurt on that rebound, he got a big board and stuff, and I thought Tanner, with his situation, he gave us a little bit of minutes, but he just, again, we had to go deep into our guys playing a lot of minutes, and it's tough. But again, it's a game, to beat a team here. These guys played really well here. Mm-hmm. They already beat Utah Valley here. They beat Tarleton here. It's a tough place to play. But again, I thought we got up by 7. I thought, okay, here we go. And then we just couldn't keep them in front of us. Yeah. And then when we did make them shoot tough shots, they got their offensive rebound. So again, not one of our. I give them a lot of credit. I thought they played extremely hard. I thought they shot the ball really well. Yeah. They went really big on us. Mm-hmm. Is what they've been doing lately. Hurt us a little bit that way. But again, it's one game. Now we know we probably can't win the conference. That's over. Yeah. But now we got to get the best seed we can get, and we got to go get it done on Saturday against a very good Utah Valley team.
Well, you're game and a half out of first place behind Utah Valley, and you're in third place, half game behind California Baptist. You're going to be big Southern Utah T-Bird fans next week because they got both of those teams in here.
Yeah.
But
anything can happen.
Yeah, but your goal, even though it's not first place, you can still get second.
Sure.
And you still get the bye that you want.
That's exactly what I said.
And we talked earlier. I said, what do you want to accomplish in the next 2 games? Do you just want to improve to get ready for the tournament, or do you want to get after it for the seed? You said both, but you still have both of those things that you're going for.
Sure. And that's what I told them in there. I said, guys, it's a game we're going to wash. We're going to throw it out. Not one of our better games. But like you said, it's our goal's still there. Yeah. Our goal is to win the conference tournament. And how do you win the conference tournament? There's two things. Well, one, you got to play well, and you got to be playing your best basketball. Yeah. Which tonight was not it. So we know we got a chance to do that. And the next thing is to play your best game, you got to get the best seed you can get. Uh-huh. And so if we can get that second seed, like you're saying, that's going to be huge. And that's we can't worry about everybody else. We got to take care of our business. But we go take care of that one on Saturday and get that game how we know how to play. And then we're hot. We go right into the tournament. Again, Rod, I think anybody can beat anybody in this WAC tournament. I really do. And we just got to be playing better. Tonight was just not – it wasn't – normally you have one guy off or 2 guys off. I think we just had the whole – I mean, Juice scored a lot of points, but he didn't guard very good. He didn't rebound very well. Ethan wasn't his same. He missed a lot of good shots that just missed.
But he's going to be a 7-footer that was
but he makes some really good moves.
Yeah.
And I one time I pulled him. I said, "Hey, keep going, man. You're all right. It's good shots. You're shooting good shots. They're going to fall." Britt had to guard a 7-footer. I mean, we try to do some different things there. Probably next time we play them, we'll have a different plan. But they played really hard tonight. I think we were just gassed, and so we're going to give them Monday off and get some rest and get ready for a game on Saturday.
Well, let's get this one out of the way. Just throw it away and make sure that it doesn't happen in the WAC tournament.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. It's like, we're better than that, and just was not one of those nights. So we'll bounce back. We'll get better. I love these guys, and I know they're going to keep fighting. I know they're going to learn and grow, and hopefully this sparks a little fire in them. Like, hey, guys, we got to go. We got to play better than this, and hopefully that does. And we get on that winning streak again.
And they haven't had many nights like this.
No,
maybe 2, maybe 3 the whole season. And when they have, they bounce back. I expect to see that coming up here.
That's exactly what we're trying to do, Rod. You're right.
All right, Juddy, let's go back and get some rest, and we'll see you Tuesday night on the John Judkins Coaches Show.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, that is head coach John Judkins, and that will do it for us tonight. Trailblazers lose to the T-Birds 81-67. We'll call it a night. Next up, a week off, and then we get to play Utah Valley in Burns Arena Saturday night, 7 o'clock. So for Tara Atkin back at the studio, I'm Rod Zundel. Once again, the final here in Cedar City. Utah Tech losing to Southern Utah 81-67. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. See ya.